Hello everyone. Today we're taking a closer look at one of the most striking moments in history. In 1915, the life of Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, who would later go on to found modern Turkey, was saved by something as simple as a pocket watch. In this video, we'll follow that moment, hear the eyewitness accounts, and trace the fate of the missing watch. Let's get started. The Gallipoli front was one of the bloodiest battlefields of World War I. The British, French, and Anzac forces had planned an assault on the Dardanelles in order to capture Istanbul, the capital of the Ottoman Empire, and force it out of the war. If successful, they would also be able to send aid to the struggling Russian Empire. But things didn't go according to their plans. First, they tried to take the Dardanelles by sea. When that failed, they launched a land invasion on April 25, 1915. The fighting dragged on for months, and hundreds of thousands of soldiers were killed. At the time, Mustafa Kemal was a colonel. Disobeying orders from his superiors, he correctly predicted where the British would land and changed the course of the war. Following this success, he was given command of more troops as head of the 19th Division. He had already made a name for himself with his bravery in the Italo-Turkish War in Libya. At Konk-Bayira, he led a legendary bayonet charge that stopped the enemy in their tracks, and from that moment on, the world began to hear his name.
I am exactly there.
On the morning of August 10th, 1915, around 4:30 a.m., Mustafa Kemal personally led a bayonet charge at the front line. At that same moment, British and Anzac artillery opened fire, raining shells down on the advancing Turkish troops. Mustafa Kemal, always a brave commander, was fighting alongside his men in the heart of battle. One shell exploded just in front of him. Some soldiers were buried under the earth. A piece of shrapnel struck Mustafa Kemal directly. He thought he had been hit. He reached for his chest. Those around him were in shock, fearing the worst. But then, Mustafa Kemal quietly made a silence gesture with his hand.
The bomb came from there.
He didn't want his soldiers to see what had happened and lose morale. The piece of shrapnel had struck the pocket watch he kept over his heart. The watch shattered, absorbing the blow and saving his life. After the battle, while speaking with German Commander Lehmann von Sanders, Mustafa Kemal mentioned the event. Sanders was astonished and examined the shattered watch. Mustafa Kemal then gave the watch to Sanders as a gift. Sanders, in return, presented his own watch, engraved with his family's crest, to Mustafa Kemal as a gesture of respect. Yes, if it weren't for that watch, history may have taken a very different path. That's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot. Take care and see you in the next one.